Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your October forecast. It's a sunny, hot day here. So funny. I brought out all my winter October stuff, thinking it was going to cool down, and it's like 90 degrees today. So I'm filming outside in the sun, and so we had a big eclipse season, and for you, I think the most significant change that you felt, or something that created the most impact on you, was actually that the lunar eclipse that happened in Aries. And I think that put things right for you. I don't think it affected you, but I think it elevated your understanding of exactly what you need and what you want from any given circumstance at this point. I want to talk about a lot. Okay, so when we have a really crazy eclipse season, one of the things I love to look at is where our personal planets are after we have a major eclipse season. And for us, for you specifically, the Sun and Mercury are going to be in Libra in your second house. So again, this is the house of how you're valued. It is also the house of possession, but I think this pertains to you in how you're valued. So one of the things that I feel that you are unfulfilled in is the home and family environment and your romantic environment. I feel like there was a clarity in what you want moving forward, and I think that for some of you, if they have any Gemini in them whatsoever, Gemini rising, Gemini moon, Gemini sun, really look at that relationship, and that could have been a pivotal relationship in either direction. It could have really showed you what you wanted, or it could have really showed you what you didn't want. And but just I don't know, whoever's in your life, if they have any Gemini in them, pretty pivotal right around that lunar eclipse, you might have had some clarity, or something might have came up with a relationship with a Gemini in it, or an Aries. But how you proceed forward from this energetic challenge is, I think, I think causing you to reflect. It's causing you to think about what you emotionally want. And this is on a feminine based energy. So this has to do with your emotions. I think in your ego, I think you're solid. I think you have it down. But I think where you are lacking, or where the challenge lies with you, is in your emotional fulfillment. So there's going to be a significant shakeup change, and I think this is going to start from this lunar experience that you went through in September, and it really provided some clarity. How hard you work and how diligent you are, and that used to really define you, is that pat on the back that you got from work. But I think for the most part, that's actually not cutting it anymore. I think you want something that fills you on every level. So you're talking about that gives you the longevity of and stability, but you're talking about somebody that puts the passion and the love back in your heart, but you're also talking about good conversation that stimulates you and motivates you to want to change, and will change with you, and it's just that ballet between the two of you. And also that person that provides you emotional fulfillment and empowers you, you want that on all levels, and you know that you deserve it, and you know that after all of this hard work, you should be getting that payoff right now. And but it's around the corner, but it's not here yet. So I think there's something still to be learned. There's something that you need to transform. I think you're holding back in this area, I think that you're holding back significantly. And I think that's because you don't value yourself. So your Sun and Mercury in Libra are in your second house. So to me, that suggests a struggle with how you value yourself. And then if you struggle with how you value yourself, then people don't value you the way that you value yourself. So that this internal crisis or this internal struggle could be something that you maybe need to take a look at. And I think for that all-term outcome, that family environment, that fulfilling, loving relationship that you so desperately, I think, are seeking, or that union that you are seeking, or that emotional fulfillment from a partner that you're seeking. I want to say this goes back to a childhood issue. I really do. I do. And the reason I say this is because Jupiter, Mars, and Venus all go into Virgo. Venus goes into Virgo on the 8th, and this is all in your first house. So I want to say how you identify yourself or how you portray yourself. You tend to try to identify yourself through work and the pat on the backs at work, but that's not emotionally fulfilling anymore. I mean, I think you know that after this eclipse season that you're desiring something more significant. You're desiring somebody that can emotionally fulfill you, can move forward with you in a state of vulnerability, and that you can endure life with. But I think the challenge in that is letting go of some of the personal power that you have to do to become that vulnerable. And you know, you're holding back. You're holding back that need that you have control over everything, and you don't want to let go of all of it quite yet. And I think that can be very challenging for you. So Jupiter, Mars, and Venus are all in your first house as of the 8th, but Mercury is still in retrograde. So you can't, it's not like you can communicate about this, right? So a lot of this has to do with some internal work. When you experienced a significant shakeup right around the lunar eclipse. I think that was a true enlightening experience for you. And work can't give you the payoff anymore that you desire. There is something bigger that only love or a significant partnership or somebody that values you the way that you value yourself can give. There's no denying it. And I want to say that there could be an insecurity in something that had to do with your childhood. I mean, wrestling some demons from how you grew up. Might be, I mean, I believe that you idealized it, but I think subconsciously, especially when we're talking about the lunar eclipse, that there was some personal power issues that were highlighted that you're ready to move forward with. You're ready to take on these burdens and you're ready to deal with them. But I think you kind of lack the momentum, and what the momentum is on an emotional based level. And that is seeking out somebody that can give you that momentum. On the 9th, Mercury goes direct in Libra, and for you, this is in your second house. Again, this is in how you value yourself. So again, don't embark on any of these really intense conversations about moving forward. If you are interested in somebody and it is a love interest, and it is somebody that you see that elevates you on a spiritual level, and that you connect with energetically, don't really talk about it until about the 12th, because it's just not energetically supported, and there could be snafus in that type of communication. On the 17th, Mars aligns with Jupiter, and for you, this is in your first house. So anytime that Mars, the planet of passion, aligns with Jupiter, the planet of expansion, this has to do with an enlightened perspective and how you energetically want to move forward. This is a big bill that you're asking to be paid, and there's a big transformation. There's a letting go of the conservative approach, and the you usually put your emotions on the back burner to basically work really hard and provide for everybody and to gain a stable outcome. But for you, this isn't about monetary gains. This isn't about the pat on the back, the inevitable pat on the back. This is about fulfilling every aspect of yourself. And this was an incredibly enlightening experience. And that, honey, that's because the solar eclipse was in, your new beginning was in Virgo. And so for you, it was such, you planted seeds, and those seeds need to flourish. And for them to flourish, that means you got to change your perspective on just about everything that you use to allow you to stimulate you to move forward. On the 27th, we have a full moon in Taurus, and this gorgeous full moon in Taurus is, okay, so I love Taurus energy for you because this just allows you to have a new perspective on how you value and want to move forward. And again, I honestly, this month is all about moving forward, getting the love that you deserve, getting the rewards and reaping the benefits that you deserve, but on an emotional based level, meaning that it fills you up. It's not a pat, it's not the proverbial pat on the back that you get from others. It's the proverbial pat on the back and in the heart and in the soul and in momentum that you deserve, in passion, in expansion, in elevating your awareness of what you want to do moving forward. It is a really, really telling month for you. And if you really energetically tap into the lunar experience, and then we're talking about an awakening unlike you've ever experienced before, and a progression from that awakening that you have ever experienced before this eclipse season. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I will talk to you guys again next month.